His instant transmission can get him out of the way.
Sure, I can go to another planet.
So you'll
I can go to.
you'll cover your arms over your body and you'll get out of there.
Okay.
And you can come back later.
Okay.
You go
I go to
flying.
Kami. I go to Kami's.
Well, it doesn't have to be that far. It can literally just be on the other side of the ship.
I'll say I need help. You're being a whiny bitch again.
We're finally landing good blows on him. Let's go get some help.
Oh no, we almost killed him, so I'm going to run away and demand wishes from the dragon. Instead of killing him, okay.
Demand wishes from Kami. Kami, grant me wishes! Kami, you can do it, you son of a bitch. I know you can.
So you popped the look. Yeah. I mean, I only almost killed him just now. We clearly can't match him. I need you to fuse with me.
He's gonna go to his next form. I just know it.
No, as far as you guys know, that's their ultimate form.
Oh.
We've never seen anything anywhere near this powerful. How could it possibly get any worse?
We'll find out real quick.
That's the curse of metagaming. So, you are going to get blasted away. It's not a deadly amount of damage, but it hurts a lot.
Probably down to 60%.
Oh no, it's pretty loose energy, so you're probably about 74, 75.
Okay, so it's
pretty-
more
it's a-
wild. It's wild,
But
but
it's a significant hit.
yeah.
You'll regain control and fly back, I assume.
Yes.
I'm really sad that Android 69 never met Frieza.
Ever.
Because he could have gotten recording of his voice and he could do some distracting. Yeah.
Father.
Oh, cute! You're such a little bitch.
Why don't you cry to daddy?
Always talk to him in the Frieza third form.
That is so annoying, Frieza.
I always hated his third form.
And then you are going to try to deal with this again. You get to roll your d10s.
So what do I... Oh, just to manipulate it?
Yes.
Okay. 9.
All right. So here's what happens. Because these are all in conic sections, like the conic section hits him of a sphere that represents where his body's affected. You would also, whatever you present for a silhouette are affected by a conic section. That conic section, as it passes over you in your sphere form, you pause it in midair and then you send it right back into his wound.
Nice.
Jeez.
Can I
Fucking brutal.
potentially follow that up with my threads and hopefully go into...
Put it back into
That's
the wound.
a negative.
Okay.
You don't. You're a little tapped out.
Okay.
So it would set up a combo, but you are going to have to revert to your regular form and then do an attack.
Okay.
So you step down from the spear, and that, when you send the energy back into him from your conic section, he gets blown away. He's got embers there, like he had on his face from your first blast. And he's barely standing, and he doesn't have 2 arms, and there's a hole in him. It's fucking smoldering. And then you stand back up, and you've got, yourself, and you're ready to do the threads on him.
Maybe power levels are bullshit.
I also have to do... I don't know, they're doing pretty good here.
No, it didn't take his arms off. It just clipped him. Is what it did.
Yep.
Well, I mean, really? It took his shoulders out? So his
Shoulder.
arms are laying on the ground?
Oh, they are off.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It took off
So his shoulders went to the dead zone, and his arms no longer have anything left to connect to.
Well, I thought
I
it was
picture.
I thought it showed you saying it was sliced it. Is what
Yeah,
I thought.
my imagination was the top of it. But I get it. What you're
It's a
saying.
cloak. It's not your discs.
Yeah.
So it landed on him like
Oh.
a cape. Yeah.
Oh.
It's sunk
Yeah.
down.
That's not what I'm thinking when you said that. Okay.
It's your cloak.
They're actually a cloak.
My thought was
That's why
that
they're man size. They're meant to wrap around somebody.
the way
So
I
you
thought
could send an entire person or being to the dead zone.
as long as they're human size.
because in my head, I think this is the same thing. He thought is that it swiped the top of the
That's what I
like,
thought.
and then that's
No, it's like a cape when the ones that landed on him, one landed on each shoulder, and they took that out. So now Tien's sitting on the edge of the lookout with a fishing pole because he wants to get more shoulders. How do you get bigger shoulders? By eating shoulders.
eating more.
He was home and he's like, I've got shoulders.
You know what the best seasoning for that is? Some Head and Shoulders.
Aw.
Got plenty.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. Some Head and Shoulders.
Brandon, save of the day. Totally worth sitting out the first battle for your gear here.
Well, he put a hole in him, and I took his arms off him.
Yeah, when you put a hole in him, Android 69 like, not so much fun when you're on the receiving end, is it, douchebag?
No, that was when they claimed him into the ship.
It was all of that.
That was awesome.
You did all of that stuff to me.
James was like, you gotta smash him to the ground. I'm gonna fucking smash him to the ship.
I love that he gave you pluses
Done.
because of that. Yeah, no kidding.
It's really just another die up, but it works.
Right.
Finally use his own style against him.
So yeah, essentially, as I was gonna say, when
Yeah,
I
block
my
my
turn,
How much do I?
I want to throw my threads through the hole in his midsection and then just wrap
Well, okay.
and
Rip him apart?
yep.
Kind of like he did to me. What goes around comes around, you giant dick.
So he Kratos you. And Kratos is the god of war.
Oh. So he's like, that's my stick. Hurrah!
Well, I can't let Cooler go down like a bitch. So you go to send your threads after him, and he's engulfed in a pinkish egg of light, and your threads are on the outside of the egg of light. And I assume you're going to try to crush the egg.
Yeah.
Or cut
Just
through the egg.
because that's what it would be.
And its immense power cannot be collapsed by your threads. You also have a reminder that you're running a little on E. This
I was
special
gonna
new
say-
form that's new to you, it has an end, and you feel that it's coming.
Well, I've noticed that the threads are not going through. Senzu Bean, we're not done yet.
Alright, so you're going to Senzu.
Because I did have. I think I won this one yet.
If you didn't, you were given
Yeah, I
one
know.
for this mission.
I know that I got one. I just don't remember. I know that somebody had two at one time. I think it was the other guy though. Yeah, that was the other guy. So pop my Senzu Bean.
So you pop your Senzu bean, and the more than lethal amount of damage that you believe you have suffered is wiped away.
And cheese and chicken
And you find a new fire has kindled inside of you.
Yep.
And you have a little bit more time in this form, but it's not the rising power that you felt before. It's almost as if the armor is going to give out.
Power level go up? No. Yes.
No.
No.
You don't get a Zenkai boost.
Okay. I was just making
You're
sure.
not saying.
Oh,
Big fat
Okay.
cheaty faces.
I didn't realize that. That's what it was.
Yep.
So yeah. So he obviously is not finished yet. So I will suit up again.
Alright. Well, it never sunk off you.
Oh, gotcha.
You just ate the Senzu bean, and it feels like it's increased the amount of time that you have, but it's not the rising power. You feel that it's not you giving out at this point, it's the armor that's giving out.
Okay.
Or if anything, it will be the armor that gives out.
Like maybe the armor burns itself out after a while.
Something like that.
So of course,
Well, I mean,
Pushing so much power.
out of character, you understand what's about to happen if you lose.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's not you dying; it's just you losing.
Yeah.
so I noticed that this is Breeze's brother. He's obviously transforming. Ozaro's not going to make any difference in this, but I'm going to top
So
my
you're gonna-
own self out at 700,000.
All right, so you're going to cop yourself out and then Ozar, or no?
I don't know if it's going to make. Ozaro makes me a really large target.
You also want to die.
But you
But-
also can hit him with a really hard blast.
Yeah, I
At
mean,
7 million.
I
Alright, so he's at 200, right?
Yep.
And when you talk about team attacks, he can get around 10. If you get him a little more time, maybe 15.
So-
you got 7, you've got 13 with Roshi, you've got 9 there.
I was
I'm
just
going to pop
say,
out.
Like it all starts to add
I'm
up.
going to go as I'm going to top out and then hit Ozaru.
Alright, so you're going to top out and hit Ozaru.
Guys,
Because I
have
might
a
as well go
feeling-
big or go home on this. Otherwise, it's not going to make a difference.
I have a feeling we may be doing what we did before. Give me your best shots.
So he's
Would
coaching
I be
guys
able
on
to contribute to that? I could fire my cannon.
You can find
Yeah.
it. I'd be.
No,
that'd
no,
be-
I-
It's just a matter of whether or not I'm
Your
facing
cannon
the
is
right
gone,
direction.
isn't it?
You can fire from your hands.
Okay.
You blew a hole through your chest. Can't fire from your cannon.
All right. Well, my energy manipulation and my polarity allows me to shoot through my hands and stuff.
Well, also, if you have the induction system from 19 Sands, you can fire blast from your hands.
Ah, gotcha. So, what am I intact enough to be able to contribute to?
If they're talking about it, you're going to put 2 and 2 together and you would be able to help.
Got it.
That's probably not what's going to happen.
I'm gonna come back, of course.
So you have the orb, and you've seen this before when Frieza went to his final form.
I wasn't there. Or am I back now?
You are back now,
Okay.
because I assume you would have come, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
blipped in and blipped back.
You see this orb, and he just let his friends go from it. Everybody else is getting serious because they know what's going to go on.
I don't get much more serious than I am now.
There's
In
really no
pieces on the ground.
for cereal.
What would you like to do?
And I just called out for everybody to give me your best shot.
Max power command.
Hit me with your best shot. You start playing that.
Fire away.
When that happens, we'll fight.
Alright, so you're readying your Wish Star level Kamehameha. And
Can I do 2?
Yeah, where has that been, by the way? That could be doing a lot of
You
damage.
fired it once.
Since I have 4 arms, can I do 1 on each side?
I would
Like
rather
this and like this?
just do one.
Okay.
They'd probably split the power in half.
And
though.
split the power.
Just
so
like you are applying all 4 hands to the one.
okay.
It's probably easier than splitting it into 2. Especially since you didn't train it specifically as a split.
No, of course, I'll be having a Kamehameha key focus ready to go too. Regardless of if we go after him and do whatever happens, it's going right towards Cooler regardless.
My axe.
Roshi, you should get the evil containment win ready.
I don't know that it is Cooler. Would he qualify? Is he just evil?
Could be. Well, then again, they don't. They can be loosely evil and it works, just like the Spirit Bomb.
Well, also
really?
if you think about it,
It's crazy.
like look at the power tournament of power. Not you wouldn't consider those guys evil that he put in there.
Yeah, and it worked on. God, freaking Frost made it work on Vegeta,
Right.
and Vegeta's only loosely evil.
So it's my assumption would be considering what the user considers as evil. Now, since they were all fighting each other to erase a universe, that's considered evil.
So-
to Roshi.
Roshi is going to be sitting on top of the ship, and he's
Just
going
sitting?
to have. He's either got the vials or the rice cooker. I don't know. Oh, he's got the rice cooker.
Is it clean?
He wouldn't have brought it if it weren't. If he had the vials, then the rice cooker wasn't clean. He got the rice cooker, so he's ready. But he's gonna wait for
An opportunity.
Cooler to emerge, and you guys are gonna have to do something to distract him or something like that. While he's
Well,
as I said,
fucking
I think I
idiots.
got the biggest distraction we can get right now.
all right. So, you guys are ready to fire all of your energies, and you're lining up too
Mhm.
at him. Because of the fact that you are relying on a crown and you've done this before, it kind of shows itself a little bit more than normal in your form. Like, it was just glued, the whole thing's just glued to your body. But in this case, you are going to have crown about you,
Yep.
or a halo or something like that, as you're ready for this one thing. Just the same way you focus yourself as a spear, in this case, you're focusing yourself for the key manipulation. So, I'm still going to say you're at about 10 million.
Mm-hmm. That's what you said.
You'll be at 7 million.
I'll still be a 2.
You're at 0.
How does that work? Because I'm still contributing energy.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck you, John. Just
No, I'm just
I know.
curious.
I know.
I'm
Well,
wondering
it's improvised and you're at a bit of a disadvantage because it's not from the cannon, so I'll just give you a smaller die.
Okay.
Unless you have something that you can argue in favor.
I don't think I do. I'm pretty fucked up.
And you're pretty much concentrating on the rerouting. So I'll get one from
Yamcha.
Yamcha.
What
Roshi's
about
not
Mochi?
doing anything. That's what
Mochi?
Mochi can do. She can't really affect Cooler because he's kind of like Frieza. He's mentally hardy. But she does have a... She can stealth Roshi. She can make it as if he's not standing on the ship. Against Cooler. So... Yamcha gives an average amount. Roll a D8. You get a D8 as well.
5.
5, above average.
8.
You're doing good. You get a D4,
Makes sense.
but it's something.
Right.
A 4!
Yeah, right there.
So,
I gave every last bit of whatever I had left. Maybe just running on emergency power to keep my instruments
you're
running.
being generous right now. And now it's up to you. S rank, you're doing what you did before. Oh, you can make it either way that you want, a D10 or a D12 or one of each. And I'll take the highest results. When you go to whip it back at... Cooler has emerged by the time you're ready to whip it back.
Okay, I was just
So
gonna
you
say.
get to see his horny form, and he's got his arms back because they get their pieces back when they transform.
That cut in his chest is shut.
Well, he probably has a nasty scar.
Oh, scar.
but he doesn't have a hole in him anymore.
Because not only was he speared through, but he had a bunch of energy crammed in there.
His own
too.
energy.
It's like, you dropped this, let me put it back where it came from.